Alright, that looks fine. Bum 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 bum. We'll be getting started in just a minute. Hey, how you doing, Dart? All right. Let's see here. Start here. Boom. Stuff will be pretty easy to get through for a little while. Bum, bum, bum. Got tons of gels, so I'll be able to keep going for a while. I think I'm almost done with this arc, though. How much more do I have after this? I've still got quite a ways to go after this. I absolutely love the Asteria music, even though it's probably most of it's just pulled from other Tales games. Yes, I will be streaming. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna end up doing is, so Monday night / Tuesday morning, 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time is when the stuff will drop. So what I think I'll do is I'll probably record my summon video for the banners first. And then once I get the summon video up and posted, is when I'll go live, and then I'm gonna just stream playing through that story. Alright, Milla, let's keep going. Yeah, I know, same here. I'm really hoping they don't dilute the banner with too many units. I'm not expecting Rose or Dezel because they were just on the Lila banner, and obviously I don't expect Lila on there either. Mikleo is going to be part of the story, obviously, because Saray's going to have his Overray Mirror Dart, so I'm expecting Overray Saray, regular Mikleo. Who else would be... I guess regular Edna, maybe. It's really going to depend who's involved in that chapter, I feel like. Obviously, I feel like Kokus and Melina might have their Mirror Dart on that banner, but I'm not too sure about that. Napo! Hello there. How are you? Yeah, I'm just still going through the second arc. The second arc is much longer than the first one. I've already wasted 2 multis on the Rose and Rokuro banner. I really wanted Rokuro. Oh great, they get even longer? That's lovely. Yeah, I've already wasted 2 multis on this banner. Because I really would have loved to get Rokuro, because I don't have any, like, Asteria or Berseria characters on this account. Well, other than, like, event ones. Let's actually look real quick. Let's see. Let's see, we got more people coming in. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. I still get confused about what buttons are what on here. Let's go by here, by rarity. Okay, so I mean, I've got a 6-star Magilou. But as for Asteria, I mean, there's a Saray here. I don't think he can be awakened, though, so I don't think he'd be very useful. Got a Dezel down here. Oh, yeah, Asteria. I did see that banner a long time ago, the Armatized Alicia from the anime. Yeah, she is definitely in the game. I would love if her banner came back. I would probably drop some money on that. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, not too many banners where I really wanted to go absolutely crazy to where I'd actually, like, spend a bunch of money. It's kind of nice that Asteria gave us those, after the stream yesterday, they gave us those 50 orbs. So that was pretty nice. Alright, so yeah, I still got a little ways to go left on this arc. Boom. I really need to get my rank up so I can do more missions more consecutively, because I run out of stamina pretty fast, even though I'm rank 112. And I've seen some of my friends post on Twitter some of the levels, the stuff in the current arc, and I don't know how I'm gonna beat it, because I struggle with enemies that are like level 200. And then I'll see people post like enemies that are like level 1150, and I'm like, yikes. Although this team's been working pretty well for me. I mean, no one's really a healer on this team, but some of these characters do heal themselves, so it's been working out for the most part. Yeah, it's like even for 300 plus, I don't even know. I'd probably have to do like a retry or something for that. And it's like, this isn't really a game where I can very comfortably play normally. Like, even not on auto battle, if I turn it down to normal speed, it's still like, I feel like the game doesn't give you enough time to move your characters around. It still only gives you like 5 seconds to move your characters where you want them. So for the most part, I do play this game on auto battle. Like, even for most events, I usually just farm the level 100 stuff. I mean, I can use a I can use the auto ticket and probably beat like a 150, 200. Ooh, you have a hard time being Fang? Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I'm gonna, after the second or third arc, I'm gonna need to stop doing story for a little bit. Here's my dilemma. Like, I want to be caught up so that when this new arc with Ruka starts, that I'm all caught up. But at the same time, I know I really need to work on powering up this team. Alright, I gotta use some of these. No problem for AP. Yeah, I've still got like 70 or 80 of these stamina gels, so that's not a problem. But yeah, it's like, at some point I'm gonna need to stop doing story and focus on grinding up this team that I'm using. Like, Claw is really good. The Lloyd I have is really good. Emil is pretty good because he has a really fast recharge for his Mystic Art. Like, he gets Mystic Art really fast. Velvet's not bad. She was just kind of given to me. And Mill is pretty good. I didn't really have a... I was using Annis for a while because her events were up that I was able to actually 6-star her. Emil is always good, yes. Well, coming from someone who has an all-Emil team, of course. I just try to think like how crazy it would be if there were more characters that got basically their memories wiped, kind of like Yuri, Lloyd, and Milla did. Like, imagine if someone like... Who would be a good example? Like, I want to say Emil. Like, if Emil had his memories wiped and he had to be one of the... He had his own, like, white outfit. I don't even know what he would be called at that point. Or if, like, someone like Cress was changed. You want to see White Outfit Emil, even if he's evil? But how would that work? Because he has Ratatosk inside him, so would Ratatosk's memory be wiped too? Like, if Ratatosk takes over Emil's body while Emil is brainwashed, like, what happens there? That would be really curious to see. Oh, okay, so other than the 5 that or 5 or 6, so who it's like Velvet, Mikleo, Raven, Colette. Trying to remember who else was with them. Was Kyle with them? I want to say I remember seeing Kyle. Ooh, what do we got going on here? Something between Konono and Muse? Okay, yeah, so it was Kyle. Even though I can't read these skits, it's still fun to watch them and kind of try to get an idea. It's been pretty obvious, even just from watching these skits, that Konono is kind of like the centerpiece of the second arc. Well, there you go. All taken care of. Was there actually a reason as to why those 5 specifically didn't get their minds wiped? Or was it just like kind of like a random chance type thing? The power of Nakama, the power of friendship. Well, of course, I mean, Raven is, you know, the best old man. I don't want to say best, because, I mean, there are a lot of good ones. I like Rowan. Although, obviously, Rowan is a lot older than Raven, probably like twice his age. Alright, here we go. Time to fight the big bird. Get in there, Emil. Makura Monoka. What does that actually translate to? I mean, I assume it's probably kind of hard to translate directly. I just wonder if it's an art I would know from, like, Dawn of the New World. Oh, I'm not gonna lose? Oh, okay. That sounds like a meal. Alright, so we took down the Phoenix thingy. Two-headed bird. Alright, so we're done with the... Oh, this guy. So, is this the same guy? I'm trying to think. Yeah, this is the guy from Xillia 2, I believe. He's like the final boss. I haven't gotten far enough to actually deal with him yet. Okay, so it is... Okay, it is Kronos. Okay. Yeah, because I'm at the point... How far am I? I'm at the point, like, kind of after you destroy Altmilla's kind of world. And she's kind of been traveling with you for a little bit. No, I'm at right after Gaius joins you. That's where I'm at. Alright, time to start this arc now. Who's gonna be in the party for this? Oh, still everybody. This is a huge party. I would love if they eventually... I know it'll never happen, and even if it does, it won't ever make it to the West. But could you imagine if they made, like, a crossover console game? Like, if they made one for, like, PS4 and PC that was, like... something like Asteria, but in console form. Like, maybe you had, like... maybe certain paths you took during your playthrough led you to different party members, and that would make it more interesting because every time you play through it, you could end up with different party members from the different Tales franchises. Oh, hey, Lloyd and Yuri are here. We got Lloyd, Yuri, Cress, Zello, Ston, and Raven. It's not usual that you see Zellos kind of brooding like that. We have two prior traders in this party. It's like they came upon a destroyed town. Very interesting. You know, something I always wondered about is who would win, like, if they had to, not fight to the death, but let's say they went to, like, a Coliseum or something and they were in the finals. Who would win in a fight, Yuri or Lloyd? I mean, obviously, Yuri has the Blastia, but Lloyd has the X-Sphere, and I've never actually, like... I don't know which one's stronger. I want to say Lloyd, but at the same time, I feel like Yuri has more practical experience as, like, a sword fighter, because he was actually part of the Knights. Whereas Lloyd just kind of, like, self-taught himself. Yeah, that's why I was going to go with Yuri, because he's more experienced. So I believe in Vesperia, Lloyd's like, or Yuri's like what? I believe like 21, and I think Lloyd in Original Symphonia is only like, I want to say like 16, 15 or 16. Yeah, and I just think his knowledge of being in the Knights and all the combat he's been in, whereas, you know, I don't think Dirk really taught Lloyd much about fighting. Oh, he was 17? Oh yeah, because in Dawn of the New World he was 19, right? But yeah, so probably Yuri. Now, if we took Dawn of the New World, Lloyd and Yuri, I don't know who would win that. Give me more books. You still think Yuri? Yeah, I guess so, because it's not like Lloyd in those 2 years really learned how to become a better fighter. He was still kind of the same person. I still find it very interesting that in Asteria they go with, is there a reason why they go with Luke's, prior to him cutting his hair look? Because his prior cutting his hair look is when he's kind of the little bastard child. Or is that just the point of Abyss where he was taken out of? Oh, so they don't want to spoil people? Well, I don't know, because I mean, in Ray's we have short-haired Luke. But I guess when Asteria started, I mean, Abyss was still pretty old. I couldn't stand Luke before when he got his hair cut, or when he cut his own hair. I like how the second arc is different, because in the first arc you kept jumping around from every character's chapter, whereas in the second arc you just do one character's chapter and then you move forward. I like this a lot more. So I know they recently added some more story in Asteria, and that Yuri's kind of come back to his senses. Is he the only one who's come back to his senses in that arc, or have they already dealt with Lloyd and Milla? Because I feel like if the next arc is going to be starting in the near future, they have to be close to wrapping it up. Okay, so they still have to do, they still have to deal with, I actually don't know what Milla is called in, let's see. I mean, I'm sure you'll tell me in a second, but I'll look it up anyway. Roar, that's what it is. Okay, yeah, so I would assume if they've just kind of dealt with Yuri's and they're dealing with Fang right now, it's probably still going to be... The next arc probably won't start till 2019, I would guess. Because I don't know how frequently they update the story. Next. Yeah, eventually at some point I'm gonna have to start paying attention to this. I think I can handle stuff up to like level 200 with this team without having to use those tickets, but I guess we'll see if I don't know how high the enemies are gonna get in this arc. I know Napo is super excited for Tuesday to get here. I'm actually very curious as to why Aster was exoflected. And if Aster and Emil meet, that's gonna be wild. It's always been hard for me to kind of tell what parts of the story everyone was kind of pulled from. Ah, living doll so what, they're gonna try it? They better not kill off Aster again, I swear to God. I'm also very curious about, because they announced that young hero... Yeah, I mean, he may get used for something bad. Hopefully not, though. Imagine, like, a future arc is, like, Emil having to save Aster. Because he's actually under Mercuria's control. Yeah, like, could you imagine if Emil is the one who gets his Over-Ray Mirajart next? Like, I wouldn't say next chapter, because I don't think they would do Over-Ray Mirajarts 2 chapters in a row. But I could totally see something where maybe this chapter ends with Aster getting caught and being put under Mercuria's control. And then maybe like 2 or 3 chapters down the line towards the end, we get a point where Aster shows up in like some new outfit as like an enemy. And then that'll be Emil's chapter where he gets his Over-Ray Mirajart and you basically have to fight. If that happens, I'm totally, when I get to that final mission where we have to fight Aster, I'm totally just gonna not bring anyone else in the party and just have Emil in my party and just have it be like a one-on-one fight. It'll be like the end of Dawn of the New World all over again. See, I should be I should be writing for Phase. What I think is gonna happen is so obviously we've got this chapter, which is the Saray and Aster stuff. I think next chapter we'll probably get Flynn. Either next chapter or the chapter after, because they'll probably keep Flynn till close to the anniversary. But I don't think it's too far ahead, because if they wait till January to do Flynn's chapter, I feel like the arc is pretty much over in January. I feel like January or February will be done with the second arc, and they'll be ready to do the year 2 stuff. Oh, they hinted Asbel? Oh, okay, so Asbel might, okay, so maybe Asbel will get an Over-A sometime soon? Oh, yeah, we do. I forgot we do see him fighting. Yeah, I'm still wondering when this whole war thing is gonna happen, because in the intro we see stuff like Saray and Velvet are fighting, they were fighting Cress and Milla. And then we also see... Who else was fighting? We see Jade and Luke are fighting Edna and Aizen. Like, I wonder if all that stuff is just going to be kind of towards the end where everyone's just kind of at war. I don't think we see Lloyd at all in the intro for part 2. I know we see a scene of like Leon walking away from Estelle. I believe it was Estelle. Yeah, and there's like, are they gonna keep part 2 as short as part 1? Because part 1 had like 14, 15 chapters, and we're getting chapter 9 on Tuesday, so, you know, we probably have like, you know, 4 or 5 more at the most. So by January, February, we should be done with this arc if they keep it the same amount of space. It's all going to be very interesting to see. And then we should be getting Genus and Persea soon, because they had that Young Heroes thing. They said it was for autumn, so it has to come, you know, by November at the latest. I hope they're not coming next. Like, obviously we know we have Konono Grass Valley stuff, is the next event in, you know, like a week. Yeah, I mean, well, here's the question. Who do you want more, Genus or Persea? I guess it's really going to depend what their Mirage Arts are. Yeah, I gotta go with the same thing. I think I'm gonna pick Genus. Because I don't have a lot of, blue characters. I believe it's blue. It's either blue or purple. I always get mixed up which one is Zillion, which one's Symphonia. But, I don't have a lot of casters that have, Banner Mirage Arts. Like, mostly, because, like, I've got Kratos. I pulled Kratos' twice. I have both of Lloyd's. I guess Colette kind of counts. Because I have Colette's regular one, and I have her Idolmaster one. I didn't pull any for Rain. I didn't pull any for Emil or Marta. It's actually funny because I was going for Mythos when the 1-year anniversary was going on, but I ended up pulling Lloyd's new one like 4 times. Which is fine because he's probably one of my most powerful Mirage Art users. I mean, he can hit for like... Even if the percentage is only at 100%, he can still hit for almost like 20 to 30,000. With the Eternal Sodo. Although in terms of looks, I have to say, for the 1-year anniversary, Luke's look the best, because it's from the intro where he jumps off the wall and like hits the ground with his sword. Speaking of Luke, I don't think I've seen him too much in part 2 of Raise. I don't know if he's really done that much. I want, when Richter becomes playable, I want Richter's to be when he throws his weapon at the mountain when Emil's running on it. I think that would be really cool. Yes. I just feel like that would be a really good one for him to have. I just wonder how that would look in, like, actual gameplay, because are they just going to have the models for every character just appearing like they're running on the wall? Like, I just wonder how that would work. I wonder if Alice and Dekus would ever become playable. I don't think I'd really care for Alice's gameplay because she kind of floated around, but I feel like Dekus would be pretty fun to play as. I don't think they've been hinted at all in the story yet. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I can't really prioritize anything. Everything kind of has to go through how it's supposed to go through. It's just kind of tough because, you know, Dawn of the New World being kind of basically an escort title is... It's not as... I don't know what the word... Well, for one, it doesn't have as many characters as most games. Because the whole thing about Dawn of the New World was that you had Emil and Marta, and then for the most part, it was just the monsters you would recruit. Oh, sweet, I leveled up. Well, that saves me some AP. But yeah, Symphonia 2 didn't have a lot of playable characters other than the Symphonia 1 cast, so it's not like they have their own cast of 6-7 characters they can pull from. But yeah, I'd love to have Dex playable. I don't remember his name, but Marta's father, he'd be pretty cool. He was very menacing. And then obviously, you know, I want Richter sooner than later. Was that his name, Brute? Then yeah. I think that was. Although I'm trying to think like Aqua I could see because we fight Aqua as a boss, but would Tenebrae work? Oh yeah, just to have him in like skits and cutscenes and stuff. Yeah, I'd like that. What I'm trying to think about now, and I've had some discussions with some other people about this, is who is the year 2 like character gonna be? Because obviously it was Mythos. They did the whole voting thing for the first playable villain. I'm thinking it may, like, a lot of people are saying Douse, and a lot of people are saying Duke. Because if I remember, I think Duke was like 3 or 4 during the voting for year 1. Although anyone who knows me knows that I wanted a playable Zagi. I feel like he'd be so much fun to play as. Not only for like having him on the ship to constantly be chasing after Yuri in a skit, but I just love he's got those like dual blades that he always kind of like he has like under his arms. And he's always like swinging them around. Ooh, Zelos, what are you looking so mad about? A character that I think they're probably gonna have a lot of trouble, like, implementing just because he's so big would be Heldolf from Asteria, just because it's like, if they go with his, like, if they go with his Hellion form, he's ginormous. Like, how would that even be playable? I mean, he doesn't even use a weapon. What would you equip him with? He just fights with his fists. Unless they wanted to just go with, like, when he was a human, but I don't know if they would do that. That's not really iconic to his look. It would be so weird. Can you imagine? I want to skip between Heldolf and Velvet. We got 2 Lord of Calamities right there. The world's gonna end. You know Heldolf is totally gonna bait Saray, you know, oh, you're working alongside a Lord of Calamity. What a hypocrite you are. I love little connection stuff like that. Like, I love in part 1 where they kind of talked about how, you know, Lloyd and Crest found out that they basically come from the same world. I thought that was pretty funny. Just different timelines. And then the whole Edna and Aizen stuff, that was great. Especially your dreams with the next chapter. I mean, who would have thought they would actually put Aster in the game? So even if Aster doesn't get to stay, like, with us, like, if he goes away at the end of part 2 or something, I would like, if we get, like, a, if we get an Overray Mirage Art for Emil, I would like if a costume comes with it. Costumes usually just come with events, but let's say it comes with this one. I would like Aster's outfit for Emil. I think that'd be pretty cool. It wouldn't really make a lot of sense, but just for the look of it. It would be so funny seeing Aster, like, Emil in Aster's lab coat swinging around a giant sword. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Jude's Zillia 2 outfit. I feel like Jude and Aster would get along great. Yeah, science kids. Oh, that would totally make an amazing skit. Like if we get, because I know we're getting more skits. Because I saw the post that was made the other day, how we're gonna be getting like new the bond skills between characters, and that we're also gonna be getting new sub skits for the characters. I think that'd be great for like a second Jude one. You just get them totally being nerds, looking at some books and stuff. Like, there's really a lot of nerds in Tales if you really think about it. You've got what? So you've got Amit, you've got Aster, you've got Jude, you've got Rain, you've got Saray. I'm sure there's more in some of the other Tales games I haven't played yet. New mothership, Tales of Nerdia. And that would be the cat. That would be such a weird cast list, because you've got... I mean, from the ones I mentioned, you've got 3 melee fighters and a healer. Another kind of connection I hope they make with Rays, and they've already kind of done it. All the parties are some kind of nerd. It seems like they've kind of been forcing this, like, Rose and Rokuro being kind of like their styles being related thing. I know it's not, like, canonically true yet, but it seems like Bamco is really trying to force that. And that'd be really cool when Rokuro and Sheena are both in the game. If, maybe their families are, they know each other. They're not from the same world, but you never know. They may have heard of each other's families before. Got the Rangetsu clan and the Fujibayashi clan. We already know Rokuro and Raven are going to be drinking together when Rokuro comes along. That will be nice. It's going to be so awkward for Genis. He's going to see that Mythos is already here. How is he going to even feel about that? I'd love for them to be friends again, but I don't see Mythos kind of really changing his ways. I mean, obviously, I haven't been able to read anything in Part 2, so I don't know how his personality's kind of been, but even just from the intro, I mean, obviously him and Ludger are going to fight at some point if they haven't already. By the way, I find that ridiculous that Ludger has actual, like, lines in Asteria and Rays, but he doesn't talk in his own game. Oh, he's friends with Caius? Well, that's nice. I like Caius. I really do hope that Bandai eventually comes out with kind of like what Kingdom Hearts has with a collection. I would love if they just, like, they don't even have to remaster anything. If they just localize all the old Tales games that I can't currently play on any console I own, I would love that. I would totally just play all of them. Oh. Hey, Paige, what's up? We are just hanging out. I'm farming the Asteria story, and we're talking about Tales of the Rays and stuff like that. Oh, we got Emil in here. Napo, there's an Emil. What's he saying? Oh, and you did a thing? What thing did you do? I like that we got Mew in here too. Something like Luke's such a busy guy. Luke's not busy with anything. Come on, Emil. You can say it to his face. Got beat your personal best in Rocket Knight Adventures. Awesome. Emil is too polite to be mean to Luke. It's his own personal fault, but we love him. Was Emil ever like a key character in any of the Asteria arcs? Because that'd be kind of nice if, along with Ruka in the 5th arc, we got some Emil stuff. No, then yeah, he should. Emil should totally be a centerpiece in the next arc. It's just so unfortunate that, yeah, like Dawn of the New World really doesn't get as much love as it really should. Ooh, what is this little portal thingy? Oh, this kind of reminds me of, like the distortion world in Xillia 2, where you always have to go to with Ludger to get rid of all those anomalies. Speaking of Ludger, I think that is what this place is. Oh, we got Leon in here too. I really just need to save up all my orbs, and then when they come out with like a... I'm trying to think who I would really want on Asteria. I'd really love any of the Armatized characters, whether it's a Saray, Rose, or Alicia, especially Alicia. I would love one of those, but I don't know when they'll ever be back on banners. Probably not for a while. I mean, I really wanted this Rokuro, but I've already done 2 multis. I don't really want to do another. Hey, Jordan. Yeah, I love Alicia. Like, a lot of people say she was a crappy Asteria character. I completely disagree. She accomplished her goal. She followed her dreams. She learned what it meant to be a princess and a queen. Plus, her armatization with Edna looks amazing. Did they ever come out with that, like, fully armatized Saray from the anime in Asteria? Where he armatized with all the elements all at the same time? Yeah, I can't blame you. I know a lot of people got turned off by the series, but it's one of those things where it's like the game was a broken mess and the anime was a broken mess, but if you take the good parts from each one, if they had made like a game like that. Oh, they do have that in Asteria? Okay. There's like there are certain things, so like something that the game did that I liked that wasn't in the anime. No, there's only one chat. I like the all the chat just popped up at once. Was the stuff with Maven. I love the stuff with, you know, him basically teaching Saray that, you know, he was going to have to, you know, sacrifice some things in order to achieve his goal. But they didn't cover any of the Maven stuff in the anime. I mean, Maven was in the anime, but he was there for like a few scenes and that was it. Yeah, I just think the anime probably wasn't doing as well as they thought it would do, so they probably had to cut it short. I don't know if it was meant to end at 25 episodes. I guess one thing that the anime did that I liked better than the game, because this really made me angry in the game. In the game, you know, I mean, you can choose to do it or not. It's like a side fight, but oh, it still has good reception in Japan. Oh, okay. But I didn't like how you have to go, like, you don't actually find a way to save Edna's brother. You don't find a way to save Aizen. You just have to go. Saray accepts that, you know, Zavid's, like, wording about how, oh, you know, death can be a form of salvation type thing. But in the anime, they actually, you know, explore that plot point of finding a way to save him. Which I still never understood why Saray would have had to kill Aizen if when he beat Heldolf and he was going to rest for, you know, 1,000 years or whatever, the malevolence would have gone away anyway. So couldn't he have just left Aizen alive? Yeah, he really didn't. It didn't make any sense to me. He was up on his mountain. He wasn't bothering anybody. Plus, it totally broke Edna's heart. I will say, though, I think my favorite part of the anime was probably... Yeah, it's only a sub-event, so you're not forced to do it. My favorite part of the anime is the fact that they do all these callbacks to between Asteria and Berseria. You know, at first you find this book, you know, this guy has where he's talking about Velvet Crow and everything. And then towards the end of the thing, you actually get Saray having a dream where Velvet actually visits Saray in his dream. And she does the whole "why do birds fly" thing to him. Well, she was basically telling Saray that he should follow the path that he believes in. You know, no matter what he has to sacrifice along the way. Plus, the best thing to come out of the Asteria and Berseria world were the Normans. I don't care what anyone says. I love the Normans. They're not all bad. Tales of Asteria First Strike is a prequel movie to the game, and that's actually really good. I also love the, I always love, the Symphonia OVA. It's like 11 episodes, and it's kind of weird because it's always a random number of minutes. It's not like each episode's like 30 minutes. Like, some of the Symphonia OVA episodes are like 45 minutes. But I think the Symphonia OVA does the game justice. Oh yeah, the Omics, yeah, those were great. I have to say, the what was it, the hot tea or hot coffee scene, whatever you want to call it. When Colette's like holding the cup and then Lloyd is like, "Oh, it's hot." No, it's actually cold. I love that scene more in the anime than I do in the game because it just feels so much more emotional. About the UN, I don't think I know that one. No, I lied, it's actually hot. Oh, and just every like 5 seconds hearing friggin' Zelos being like, "Honey!" Like, especially at the end when they scare Lloyd in like the post-credit stuff. It's like, "Honey, weren't you gonna miss me?" Oh, I love Zelos. Oh, and you really get more of a feel for how crazy strong Regal is with his feet in the anime when he can just, like, you know, crush complete stone structures with just his legs. Like, if he kicked me in the stomach, I wouldn't have a stomach anymore. His foot would go right through it. I also love how the anime fleshes out Mythos and Genis's relationship more, like their friendship, because it feels like which one? Oh, the like Armstrong people from Full Metal Alchemist. And hello, Sonic. Yeah, but the friendship between Genis and Mythos felt so much more like deep in the anime, because in the game, you know, you see him talk every now and then, but you don't really see too much of it. Whereas in the anime, you actually see the emotion behind it, you know, them both being half-elves and everything. Genis trying to make him see that, you know, doesn't matter if you're a half-elf, a human, a dwarf, whatever. Symphonia is one of those Tales games that really tackles the issue of racism a lot. Oh yeah, their reveal scene was great. I love that. Oh, and the Korean scene. Oh, when they were dealing with Volt in the anime. Oh my god, I cried. I'm not gonna lie, I cried. Oh my, okay. The most emotional scene in all of anime for me, ever, is the end of the Symphonia OVA, where Lloyd, like, leans into Kratos' arms, and he's like, father, like, and Kratos is, like, proud of him, he's like, my wonderful son. Oh my god. That scene freaking killed me. Yeah, I'd really love to play, like, Innocence, Rebirth, Fantasia, Destiny, Destiny 2. Like, I want to play all of those. So, I would love if Bandai would either come out with, like, just a localized collection, or just slowly, you know, remaster those titles. Or remake, because, honestly, if you really think about it, games like Fantasia, for example, modern gamers today, or modern, you know, RPG players, aren't going to want to play what Fantasia, you know, was. So, I could totally see Bandai, like, if they really want to, you know, make it a game that people are going to play a lot, I would say they would probably make it a similar gameplay style as to, like, Berseria. I don't know how that would work. I don't know if, you know, the OG, like, Fantasia fans would like that, but I think that's what Bandai would do if they were going to do that. Yeah, I saw that message too, so, I feel like they're going to be paying very close attention to, like, Twitter, Facebook, just kind of all these different, like, fandom groups. Maybe YouTube videos, see what people talk about, and then kind of go from there. Based on what people talk about, I don't know what would be the first one they would go with. Oh yeah, Legendy and Tempest, those are two I need to play as well. The sad thing with this is, I could totally see, and I don't want this. I'd much rather they do, like, the ones like you're saying, like Legendy and Tempest, or like Fantasia and stuff. Like, I want those old ones to be remade, so I can play them on, like, PS4 or something, and actually play the story for the first time. But sadly, I can totally see them going with the popular route of what they see fans say, because most of the, you know, casual Tales fans, I could totally see saying Symphonia 1, like as a full remake, which I don't even want to see. I mean, Symphonia 1 is fine how it is. Well, here's the thing, none of them even have to be bad, because they can just make them all, like, if they remake them, they're not going to be bad, because it'll be a brand new title. I feel like remasters will be saved for some of the newer stuff, like, probably like Symphonia Forward. Like, I could totally see Abyss getting a remaster, but not a remake. But I think anything before Symphonia should get a full remake, because I know for me, personally, like, I love the characters from, like, Destiny and Destiny 2. And I love the Fantasia characters, but I would not play that game style. Like, even if they, like, let's say they made Fantasia, like, $5 on Steam or something. I don't think I could get through it just because I didn't start with it, so it feels so dated to me. But, like, if they did something with, like, Fantasia where, you know, they just totally remade it from the ground up, you know, they brought in voice actors, they completely remodeled it so it's graphically as appealing as games are today, and the combat system is something like, you know, Berseria. Like, I would totally play that. But yeah, I think anything pre-Symphonia should get the full remake treatment, or anything post-Symphonia should just get, like, remasters. Although nothing really... I mean... Tales of Asteria the X as a game, I don't see that happening anytime soon, because Asteria just came out, you know, in 2015, and it's only been 3 years. I would not expect any kind of Zestiria, because I'm sure Bandai is aware of the problems that Zestiria had, despite its popularity. So I don't see anything happening with that until, like, I would say 2025 at the latest. Like, they would wait for, like, a 10-year anniversary for Zestiria before they even decided to do anything with that series again. I mean, obviously, we know, we got Crestoria coming out. We have a new Mothership Tales game in the works for console. Coming at some point, eventually. And then, obviously, they want to work on these remakes and remasters in the meantime. I could totally see before this new console game even comes out that we may get, like, another remaster. Just, it really depends how far along this new Tales game really is. I mean, for all we know, you know, December or something could come and they could announce the next Tales game to come sometime in 2019. But, the fact that they haven't announced anything yet, doesn't seem very likely. For me personally, I would say Persea is more darker in the game, just because you get more time seeing her in her, like, darker state, whereas in the anime, obviously, it's a lot shorter because the Symphonia anime is only 11 episodes. I'm amazed. I mean, you know, I know 10 viewers isn't a ton in the grand scheme of things, but I'm amazed that we have 10 people up at, you know, well, I guess it depends where you're at. But, it's about to be 3 o'clock in the morning for me. To answer you first, Dart, no, I don't think that's why they're doing this. I don't think we will ever get a console title that's a turn-based RPG or even anything remotely like that, because as Bandai is well aware already, you know, the what's the word for this? The way that it's being received right now is very, I don't want to say negative, but for a Tales game of its own story, it's being received very negatively. I think people will be fine once it actually comes out, but I don't think an idea like Crestoria would work on console. I feel like all console Tales games need to stick to the, you know, linear, you know, motion action stuff. So I do not see any future games coming out on console with that kind of style. Oh yeah, and that scene with her dad is very, yeah. Oof. And I have no idea what's up with that Bowser thing. I've been seeing it all day. People have been posting fan art of like a female Bowser that's like Peach. But I have no idea what that's about. It's one of the weirdest things. Because it just came out of nowhere. And I wonder if Bandai's ever gonna, well, yeah, I guess it would be Bandai. I wonder if they're ever going to go with another anime adaptation for a Tales series. Because I was kind of hoping after Asteria the X that they might do a full, like, Berseria anime. I would really like that. Or even, like, for the... I mean, it's too late to do this because we're already getting the remaster, but could you imagine a full Vesperia anime? I mean, Vesperia is popular enough to warrant getting its own full anime. So I could totally see them doing it at some point, and I think that'd be awesome. Oh my god, could you imagine seeing Zagi's crazy ass in a full anime? I still would love, like, my bias wants a Destiny 2, Xillia 2, or Dawn of the New World anime. Well, here's the thing with that. I agree with Dawn of the New World because we have a Symphonia anime. But if they did a Destiny 2 or a Xillia 2 anime, they'd have to do the first one first. Or I guess they wouldn't have to. I guess it just depends on popularity what they would do. I think I would like seeing a Xillia and Xillia 2 anime as like one thing. So like, make it 2 seasons. Have each season be like 25 episodes, and then like from episode like 25 of the first season, have the time skip that goes into Xillia 2. Symphonia 2 would be relatively easy to do because you could just make that a 25 episode anime. I don't even think you could probably make that a 12 episode anime because if you really look at the story, there's not a ton that happens. I mean, there is, but in something they could show in an anime. I feel like Dawn of the New World would be relatively easier to do quicker. And then they could do the same thing with Destiny and Destiny 2 that they, what I said for Xillia, just, you know, 25 episodes and then do the time skip. I mean, I still, like, they teased in the, for those of you who have watched the Tales of the Rays, Gekijo, or Tales of the Rays Theater, they actually, it almost felt like a tease to the fans, like, hey, we might be working on a Tales of the Rays movie, but we haven't decided on a main character yet, like, almost as if they were joking, but at the same time, maybe not. I would love to see a Tales of the Rays anime, just have it cover, like, the first 2 arcs. Or it doesn't even have to, just have it cover the second arc. Because the second arc is way more epic. Could you imagine seeing all these characters, like, fight each other, like we see in the intro? I think that'd be insane. Ooh, I would love to see more raised Gekijo. All right, no problem. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. I know Yuri's like way too popular for his own good, but just Lowell P during that whole thing is the greatest thing ever. Momentai. Horenso. I should totally make a, for when people subscribe to my channel, I should totally have a thing where Lowell P pops up on the screen and then you just see Momentai. I actually may look into making that. Also, how adorable was it in the Raised Gekijo where you look at Yuri's computer background and it's his mirage art with Flynn, and where they're both laying on the ground outside of the town before the end of the game. Oh yeah, I love the Asbel quick step scene where he takes out Lloyd. You know, I was honestly, it is a meme. I was honestly surprised, and it's not even a bad thing that I'm surprised about this. I'm surprised, because obviously Velvet's the most recent, you know, Tails main character, but I was really surprised that, like, Saray was in, like, one scene of that entire thing. He was just there for, like, the fight where everyone's holding guns. He was standing next to Emil. Him and Emil were, like, not involved at all during the Gekijo. And Luke wasn't really prominent either. He was just in the fight as well. I found that interesting that they totally just skipped over Abyss when they were talking about all the different titles. Yeah, right. I didn't see Raid at all. That is very interesting. It's like I said, even characters, you know, like Ludger and Emil were in it, and they're like sequel characters. Oh, by the way, the whole joke about Cress using a pager to talk to everyone because he's the oldest Tails character, so he's the most old-fashioned. What I love that. Kores-senpai. I also love in the beginning when they're all first gathering, Yuri's constantly, he's got the flip phone and he's like talking crap on smartphones because they don't have IR beams. But he's just constantly flipping his like Razor phone. And it's making like a sword sound. And then Lloyd was just sitting in the corner blowing up balloons. He actually punched Ix in the face because Ix was trying to, they were just trying to shake their phones to exchange contact info. Yeah, why wasn't Rapide? Here's the thing. Rapide gets shafted a lot. Why is Rapide the only Part 1 story? Okay, well, in the first 5 chapters of Part 1, the only character that does not have a second Mirage art yet. Like, Jude just got his second one, and he was like, what, chapter 3 or 4? I believe. Rapide really needs one, though. I don't know what they could really give him, though, as, like, a costume. I don't know if Asteria has really, given Rapide any alternate versions of him, but I just can't imagine what Rapide would wear. I also really need to get back into doing my replay of Symphonia, because at the point I'm at right now, where am I? That I still have a part that I recorded like 3 weeks ago. Oh yeah, you get one when Flynn drops. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be cool if Rapide got like a Lambert skin. That'd be kind of sad for a lot of fans, because rest in peace, Lambert. You were a very good doggo. But that'd be a good skin for Rapide to get. But yeah, I think in my Symphonia playthrough, I just did the whole thing where, you know, Chocolat finds out that you're the one who killed Marble because she, you know, got taken over by the X-Sphere. Which that starts pretty sad, because it's like, yes, Lloyd did kill her, but he didn't really have a choice. Plus, she wanted it to happen. Oh, he had a Caius cameo outfit? I assume we'll get that in the full edition that comes out in January. I know one of my friends who only played the Western version is really excited for the Cosmos outfit for Judith. I'm just excited for the Vesperia remaster in general, just because I never got to obviously play as Flynn and Patty. The only time I ever got to play as Flynn is that one mission where you have to run to the center of the group of monsters and you have to place down the, basically the explosive. I'm gonna play for Patty. Well, I'm gonna play as both of them. I'm definitely gonna use them a lot. I mean, from what I understand, Patty's very interesting because her moveset is, like, kind of random. So that would... I would wonder how that would work in Raze if Patty ever got added to Raze. Oh, she would play like Dark Turtles? I hope they wouldn't put her behind a paywall like that, like they did with Dark Turtles. Here's the real question, though. When I get back up to 40 orbs on here, do I try and summon for Rokuro again, or do I stop? That's what I need to figure out. I don't think they put Patty behind a paywall because she was a playable character in a game before. Dark Turtles wasn't. He's just playable here. And I don't know if you guys remember, but well, you should remember. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. If you play Raise, the login bonuses for the 10th anniversary for Asteria, I would love to get those outfits for all of them. Just do it, best samurai. Yeah, I really do want the Rokuro. I think maybe when I finish the second arc of Asteria, I'll probably have to take a break and buff up these characters a little more. That's another one. I've got like 80 of these. I'll be able to refill my stamina so many times. Honestly, if I just kept like farming this, like if this game had an auto continue feature and I was high enough level to auto battle it, I could probably have my phone sit overnight while I sleep on auto battle and be caught up with the story by tomorrow. I like that Emil gives that 100% HP buff. Pirate Emil is best Emil. Oh yeah, no problem. I'm glad I could get you into it. It is a lot of fun. But I'm definitely glad I was it. Emil is always best Emil. That's true. But it's always more fun when he's wearing different outfits too. So, Napo, do you know how this, like, skill system is going to work for Raise? Because, obviously, I only get rough translations, but from what I understand, it's, like, certain characters will get skills if they're, like, fighting together, or something like that. Like, that was kind of the best idea I got of it, is, like, if you keep using certain characters together, they have, like, a bond level that goes up or something. I know they talked about that coming with, like, the next update. Oh, okay. Yeah, basically, from what I understand, it was just, like, there's gonna be certain skills you can get for characters when they're fighting together, and that they're also gonna be adding new skits for everybody. Oh, it works like the tower skills? Yeah, for the new sub-scenarios. Because I'm just wondering if you'll have to actually use specific characters, or if any character can get a skill with another character. Like, could Lloyd and Yuri get a skill together? We are still in this distorted world. Get in there, Luke. I mean, I welcome new, like, sub-scenarios because that means more AP orbs for me, and that means I can farm missions more. Not like I have to work. I have 142 AP right now, so I'm usually set. I think I'm almost done with the current Raise event. I'm going for those Saray tickets that they put in there, because I think it was yesterday they put in 5 Saray tickets you can get to save up for when the banner drops. Yeah, the tower can be really hard if you haven't been playing for a while. Like, I have... How many characters? I want to say I have 42 characters who are awakened, and I can just barely make it to level 50, or stage 50. Like, I can get to stage 50 and I'll have like 1 or 2 characters left over when I beat it. I guess if Kronos is the boss here, it makes sense why we're in here. Oh, Napo, I know why Raid wasn't in the Tales of the Raised Gekijo. It's because he doesn't care about being a Tails hero. Just like in Tales of Puppets when he was telling Kyle, I don't care about being a hero. Oh, I don't even go for the extra stages. Those things are too hard. The highest I've gotten is like 51 and then I die. Yeah, Raid is probably off somewhere just taking a nap. By the way, I love how the whole thing when Kyle was scaring Raid, he was really just talking about food. He had his steak at the end. I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you whether or not you get anything for beating them. I'm sure there's probably rewards if you make it to 60. But I think getting to 60 is just for like the super whales. Like people who really put money into the game. I feel like if you're not someone who puts a crazy amount of money in the game, you're probably not beating those extra 10 stages. I'm really happy though that they added that if you go into the actual like Miragem shop, they have this thing where you can spend like $4 a month. So you basically you buy it once and you get 70 mirror gems a day for 30 days. So you get 2,100 mirror gems total. And that's really nice because I bought 2 of them. Oh, you get mirages, level up items, and high XP crystals. Okay. So it's extra stuff. It's just to kind of challenge yourself. There's not any crazy rewards to be obtained there. Quiet, Luke. Alright, time to keep moving forward. Yeah, like I said, it's just really to challenge yourself if you're someone who wants to, because obviously it'll show on your player card how high you've gotten before, so it's just kind of like a thing to show off to your friends. Because all that extra stuff, you don't really need. Oh, was it really only a one thing? Oh, well, I bought 2. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Honestly, they should just keep that every month. Like, honestly, it's like... I don't know, because it's not like they never do sales or anything. Like, some other mobile games I play, they do sales on the currency you can buy. And Raze never does that. It's like, if I want to buy enough for like a full multi-summon, I gotta spend like over 30 bucks. Which is crazy. It's like for 30 bucks on a different mobile game, I could do like 2 multis. Like, I don't mind spending 30 bucks, but I want to at least be getting my money's worth. Oh, you're at stage 59? It's better than I've ever done. Then again, I could probably place my characters better. Blame the Japanese who labeled that as a bug and report that to Namco, yeah. I mean, I assume they'll probably bring it back eventually, every so often. I don't know. I mean, that's still 2 multis I can get. Like, my goal for this, because obviously I really want to pull this Saray Mirage Art because I don't have one for Saray. I just have his regular one. I awakened him, but he's not really very useful. But I'd like to be able to use him. So, I want to... I've got almost 800 diamonds on Raze right now, and then I've got like 2,600 Mirror Gems, which I believe I assume they're going to do a step-up banner for Saray. So, if I have to do the step-up banner with Mirror Gems, I'll do it. But, I'm hoping in those 4 multis with the diamonds I'll be able to get him. And thank you for wishing me luck. I'm really going to need it because my luck with these story banners for the overlay Mirage Arts has not been very good. I think the only one I've pulled is Ludger's. I pulled Ludger's in like 2 multis, I want to say. But I wasn't able to pull Cocos's. I wasn't able to pull Yuri's. So I'm hoping Saray comes home on Tuesday, which I will be live streaming, for those who didn't know. I'm going to do my summon video right when it drops, and then after the summon video I'll go live and I'm going to stream playing through the story chapter. The second animation is basically a key. Yeah, I saw what they posted on their Twitter, where they were just spamming Soray's, like, art. I thought it was Lion's Howl at first. Percentage for overrays are especially low, like 0.5% is usually. Yeah, that's the downside. That's why I may have to use the Mirror Gems. I'd like to walk away with his 5-star and his Mirror Jar, but the odds of that happening... I also want to know who else is going to be on the banner, because we've had a lot of Asteria characters on banners lately, so... I know that, you know, Lila, Dezel, and Rose probably won't be on the banner. I actually got really lucky on JP Wing, because obviously they had that, like, pre-summon thing for Kanono and Zelos before they actually came around. And I actually got both Zelos and Kanono's Mirror Jarts on my first, like, multi for each one. Unfortunately, I didn't have any, like, weapon sets for them. So it didn't really help that too much, because I couldn't use them. But having the Mirror Jarts was cool, at least. On the English version, I had Soray's regular Mirror Jart. I just don't have it on this version. Now, if I can pull Soray's new Mirror Jart and his old one, that would be great if I could have both of them, because I can have that double points boost. But my main goal is to get his Mirror Jart, and then, if I can, get his 5-star. At least with the Mirror Gem summon, like, let's say I do my 4 multis, I don't pull Soray. At least I know I'm at least guaranteed a 5-star on that banner. But I'm hoping 5 multis will be enough. If it's not, I can do normal and hard mode for the chapter, and I should have enough for a 6th multi. If I have to go that deep. I hope I don't have to go 6 multis deep to get Soray. And then after Soray, depending on how deep I go, if I can get Soray's Mirror Jart in the first, like, 2 multis, then I'll probably do a multi for Kanono Grass Valley when she comes around. But other than that, I'm probably just going to save up for Genis and Persea, because I know they're coming soon. And then we know Judith is coming at some point. I'd like to pull stuff for her. Oh, look, we're fighting Kronos. Oh my god, what level are you? 186. Well, she has a type disadvantage, so that sucked for Milla. Come on, Emil, we're counting on you. Alright, we took him out. That was bad for Milla. That was a bad type matchup. Yeah, Milla went down in 1 hit. Alright, now I think we're at the Kronos part where I actually have to pick up my phone and start paying attention. Man, Kronos, why are you such a jerk? Alright, we gotta deal with him on another boss stage. Well, we're almost at the end of this arc, and then we gotta go to the next part. Let's use a ticket here. I've got like 600 tickets, so why not? Come on, Kronos. Emil is gonna whoop your butt. You wouldn't have had a chance. If Emil was in Xillia 2, you would have lost immediately. By the way, I never got that sword for Luke when I played through Abyss. I'm assuming that's his, like, best weapon. Or at least it doesn't look familiar to me. Yeah, I'd like to get Grass Valley as well. I have regular Kanono's Mirror Jart, and then I got Kana's Mirror Jart as well. I wonder who the next villain we're gonna get is. Just overall. Because I feel like we'll get another villain before year 2 comes around. I'm really expecting Duke for year 2 just because it's going to be so close to the Vesperia game release that I could totally see it happening. I just want, if they did Duke, would he have his, like, transformations too? Yeah, Duke or Douse. Like, would we just get regular Duke, or would we get, like, third form Duke? Because obviously, if you had all the Fell Arms when you played Vesperia, you got to fight his other forms. Richter's coming on an event. Oh, damn, that means I have to save for him, because I do want Richter. I mean, that's the nice thing about Rays, is at least if you can't pull for every character, you can at least unlock them all. And then, if they come back on a banner later, you can pull their stuff. It's actually really funny because when I have this plugged into my like recording stuff, which I'm obviously streaming with, it actually appears on my TV. I have like a 60-inch TV, and I was actually recording something for Rays earlier on it, and it just was so funny to see Tales of the Rays on a 60-inch TV, almost as if it was like a console game. I have the worst sleep schedule of all time. Like, I'm always doing stuff like this, like playing mobile games or like console games until like 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I end up sleeping until 2 in the afternoon. Like, it's not a good sleep schedule, but I don't know, I just like being up at night more. So if Richter comes on an event, that means we'll get a new Emil Mirage art, right? Huh? Please? Please? New Emil, please? That would be a great opportunity, though, to have, like, a Richter Mirage art and then put, like, a Ratatosk Mirage art. I knew you would put eyes in the chat right there. They should totally put, like, I mean, I've talked to you about it before, Napo, in messages, but they should totally put a Ratatosk Mirage art along with Richter. Like, obviously we can get a seasonal Emil Mirage art, you know, whenever, but I think a Ratatosk one would be great. I just wonder what the animation would be for a Ratatosk Mirage art. Would it just be like, yeah, Marta already has two. She has her regular one, and she has her, her Idolmaster one. Ooh, Orchestra Emil. That would be a good one. I'd like that. I'm trying to think. Let's actually look right here. Emil Asteria. What other outfits do they have for Emil? They've got some pretty good ones here. Yeah, and they've gotten a meal where he's in like a suit and bow tie, and then there's like he's got like little plushies of like a Paul Wiggle, Tenebrae, Halloween, Pirate, White Day. You know them off the top of your head, obviously. I don't even need to look them up. I think it was his White Day outfit I was looking at. Or at least one of them was. Swimsuit too. I bet you want that one. But unfortunately, I feel like for Pirate and for Swimsuit, that would obviously not come till like next summer if they decide to do a meal. Halloween they could do, because Halloween's coming up next month, so if a meal is on their list, that would be a good time to give him a second Mirror Dart. If they're not going to give him one on Richter's event. And then White Day is still not for a while. Wolf a meal. I don't think Lloyd will get another Mirror Jar for a long time, because I think he already has 3. Yeah, because Lloyd has his regular one, he's got that summer one, and then he's got his year 1 one with the Eternal Sword. I mean, I feel like the Eternal Sword is like the pinnacle of power for Lloyd, so, I mean, what else would they really give him? Plus, it's not like he needs more than 3 anyway. We don't need every character being like Melina, who has like, what, 5 now? See, at least with like Coca/Ix, it makes sense because they're 2 characters that just kind of share the same spot. With Melina, she's just 1 character and she has all these Mirror Jarts. But I guess, you know, Ix and Melina get favoritism because it is their game. I'm trying to think who else has a lot that isn't like Ix or Melina. I don't think there are any other characters that have more than 3 besides them. Like, Lloyd has 3. I believe Yuri has 3. Yeah, Yuri has his regular one. Yeah, she's the heroine, so it makes sense. Yuri has his regular one. He's got his festival one. And then he's got his Overray one. I'm honestly surprised that, you know, it's taking so long for Velvet and Saray to get more with, you know, how popular they are with being the latest Tales series. Velvet only has 2, and Saray is just getting his 3rd, I believe? I think Saray had a summer one as well. I also find it hilarious how, right here, Velvet's Mystic Guard takes forever for her to say. Like, the fight's already over before she can even say it. I think we're gonna keep going till we finish this arc, and that's where I'll probably stop for the night. Because I have been streaming this for 2 hours, and then I did a Dragon Quest stream earlier for 3 hours, so that's 5 hours of streaming today. Which I love doing, but my butt does hurt after a while sitting in this crappy chair. Yeah, we'll use this. Refill my AP. No, it's actually funny, Napo. I look at your, like, picture for YouTube, and I just picture Emil's face on that, pineapple. Yeah, I'm just like, can you imagine Emil's face when his head's a pineapple? Oh, you should draw that someday. No, for the Raise event, where am I? I think I'm at 41, and that's where I've gotten stuck. I need to mess around with my team some more. Because obviously, once you get past 40, you can't do retries to get rewards anymore. You actually have to complete it without dying, so... I pretty much got to 39, and I died once on 40, and I went back and beat it. And then I'm stuck on 41. But, I mean, I should be able to do it. I just gotta mess around with my team a little bit. Because I think for the team I'm using for that, I'm using Yuri, Lloyd... I'm using Tyr because she has the most healing arts out of most characters. And who's the fourth character I'm using? Oh, I'm using Kokus as my fourth character. I was using Kirito because he's actually really good. But I switched him out for Kokus because I'm better at using Kokus. Alright, here we are. It's the big bad himself. Level 197. Oof. Alright, let's do this. At least Yuri's attack really took him down a peg. Perfect. One turn. If you pay attention, it's not too bad. Yeah, that was easy. I mean, if I hadn't used those mystic arts, I feel like it wouldn't have been as easy. What, Luke, you gonna give him a speech? You're long-haired, Luke. You haven't gone through your character development yet. Alright, there we go. We are done with this chapter. Is this Volt? I believe that's Volt. I may be wrong. Yeah, we still got a little... Yeah, oh no, Sheena's trauma. That's another thing I kind of want to complain about is... You know, I'll keep going on this next chapter until I run out of AP. Once I run out of AP, that's where I'll stop. Sheena doesn't have a lot of variations on Asteria. I was looking it up, and I can only find, like, one, like, seasonal outfit for her. And that's the one they actually have on a current banner right now. So I figure that'll be the outfit she gets when she actually comes to Raise. Also, Leon runs like a Naruto character. Now we're back on easy mode, so we actually get to having to deal with Molt in Chapter 8. $13 stamina. It'll be nice when I go back and I start part 3 and the levels will be low again, at least for a little bit. Because I know when I get to the 4th arc, I'm gonna hate myself. At least unlike Ray's, there's no like missions you have to complete per stage. In Asteria, you just gotta beat it. Cut. Yeah, I don't know too much about Leon. I just know he's been kind of a jerk to a lot of people in Ray's. But as for his actual story, I don't know much about it. Give me all of them rewards. I think I'll probably save up for a 3rd multi on Asteria. And then after I do that 3rd multi, I'll probably save until there's someone like really, like if we get an Armatized character, I'll summon for that, or if like, who would be someone else I would want? I don't really know who's good. Obviously, I can't read any of these characters' stats or anything, and there isn't really a subreddit like forum like there is with some other phone games where people actually cover, you know, the stats of all the units that come out. Good job, Emil. Yeah, I just think there's not... I mean, I think the people who play Asteria probably just, you know... They probably wing it like I've been doing. Like, I put the characters that look powerful, like, stats-wise, but it's like... Obviously, I don't know, like, which characters are... I know I have a 5-star Estelle that's a healer. But other than that, I don't really know too much about who is good for what. Plus, it's already too far gone for us to ever hope for an Asteria over here in, like, English. It's never gonna happen. Yeah, I would love this game if it actually came over, because then I could actually, you know, read the entire story. That was a nice crit. Oh yeah, Tales of Link was great. I love doing the soul arenas every time they came around, making sure I got the character at 5 stars. I'd say the only real gimmick I didn't like was that if you wanted characters to be 6 stars, you had to pull so many dupes of the same character in order to actually do it. And I didn't really like that part, but the rest of it I loved. Yeah, it's like that part of the game got annoying, but I didn't mind like pulling for the units and like, you know, building other teams and just collecting different variants of them. That was pretty fun. That is perfect, and that's gonna be it for that. Let me just go back and see if there's any rewards I can claim. I never know if on Asteria if you have like, if you can get better luck from doing like single summons. Oh, well, there's some more of those. Grab all these rewards. Ooh, is that a Flynn? There we go. Look at Flynn over here. Alright, to close out the stream, I think I'll do like one single summon on the Rose and Rokuro banner. They also have all these other ones. This is what I was talking about. This Sheena right here is the only like alternate outfit I think Asteria has. I also really wanted this Kratos at a certain time. Yeah, I'm gonna do one single. We'll see if we get lucky. I mean, it's a 4-star, so it's not bad. 4-star Sinel. I won't complain about that. Plus, I get more stamina gels. Alright, everyone, thank you for coming to hang out while we grinded through some Asteria and just talked Tales for a while. I had a super fun time. If you are not subscribed yet, I think all of you watching are, but subscribe if you have not already. I will obviously be doing my Tales of the Rage stream for Chapter 9 of Mirage Prison on Tuesday morning. I'll obviously tweet about when I'm going live, and I'll be live then. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you all. Yeah, so I'll see you guys all on the next stream. Have a wonderful night, everybody, and I will see you all next time.